Go to the JV game. I've always been a fan of moms more than Mother Nature. But despite the unplayable blizzard in the second half in Denver, New England was the better team, and they have been really all year. They never lost a road game, and that's because coaching travels, so does toughness and defense. They didn't lose a road game. Mike Vrabel's teams yesterday in a blizzard, 1 penalty, didn't have a turnover, excellent on third down in key spots in absolutely ridiculous weather. These teams, Seattle and New England, are actually very similar. Quarterbacks in Drake Maye and Sam Darnold that move well and love to attack downfield. No dink and dunk guys here. 2 excellent defensive head coaches, top 5 defenses, both unbelievably good on the road. But also, so much of the NFL is ownership. Robert Kraft had to make 2 really tough decisions. He had to fire Bill Belichick, considered the greatest football coach of his era. He had to fire him. And then he had to fire Gerard Mayo after 1 year. That's rough. You have to admit you're wrong. And he did. And if he doesn't do that, he doesn't get Mike Vrabel. Vrabel talked about Drake Maye as quarterback in August camp, came on our show about a month ago. He kept telling Drake Maye in August, leadership is every day, not just today. Drake Maye against excellent defenses. It's the Chargers, it's the Texans, it's the Broncos. And now he'll face another in Seattle, but at least there'll be no blizzard, and it'll be on a neutral field. New England was the better team. I don't want to hear about weather. They were the better football team. No turnovers, 1 penalty, good tackling. Here's Mike Vrabel after.
I can't tell you how proud I am to be associated with these guys and this organization. I want to thank Robert and Jonathan. Love our quarterback. I love our football team. I love our staff. I'm a lucky head coach.
Absolutely, you've got it, Mike Vrabel. It's truly remarkable to consider what the New England Patriots managed to accomplish over the entirety of this season. I genuinely appreciate how Colin Cowherd underscored the necessity of moving forward from previous coaching staffs and all that entails. When you truly reflect on the Patriots' journey, letting go of established coaches, transitioning away from veteran quarterbacks, the feat becomes extraordinarily impressive, especially when you hold it up against the backdrop of the entire league. The Baltimore Ravens had the opportunity to execute a similar overhaul years ago. They didn't. The Buffalo Bills? No. The Pittsburgh Steelers? No. The Cleveland Browns? No. The Cincinnati Bengals? No. The Dallas Cowboys? No. The Arizona Cardinals? No. We could literally continue down the roster of nearly every single NFL franchise that hasn't secured a Super Bowl victory in the past 2 decades. But the Patriots did it. The Patriots succeeded. They demonstrated aggression and conviction in the choices they made, and those choices have now directly culminated in a Super Bowl appearance. We can comment all day about this being the simplest path, the easy route. Oh, it's so easy. It's so easy. It's so easy. The reality is, you cannot accidentally stumble into the Super Bowl. Frankly, you cannot rely on sheer luck to propel you to the championship game. You must possess genuine quality. Could their path be technically less daunting than some alternative routes? Absolutely. Listen, the Seattle Seahawks had to defeat the Los Angeles Rams. That's a tougher matchup. Overcoming a team led by Jarrett Stidham is not equivalent to conquering a squad commanded by Matthew Stafford. That's just an objectively accurate statement. Nevertheless, you cannot accidentally ascend to the number 2 seed in your conference. You cannot luck your way, week after week after week, into the Super Bowl. You simply must be, at a minimum, a very strong football team. It is an undeniable requirement. You just do. You absolutely do. This game was chaotic. I'm still processing how to fully comprehend a contest like that. But the fundamental truth is this. The victory wasn't solely due to Vrabel's influence. It wasn't exclusively the defense. It wasn't merely a lack of penalties. All those elements were beneficial. All those factors contributed. However, when the clock hit 0, the difference was Drake Maye. Ultimately, they possessed a quarterback they could trust implicitly. 1,000%. The pivotal distinction in that game was the threat of Drake Maye's mobility, coupled with a handful of critical high-leverage throws he delivered amidst the snowstorm. That pass to Malik Cunningham? Phenomenal. I loved it. But in that specific, decisive moment, the ultimate difference maker was Drake Maye. Examine his final stat line from that game. It certainly won't overwhelm anyone with sheer volume. Yet when the game descended into a messy, ugly, low-scoring defensive struggle, what they ultimately required was a quarterback they could trust without a single shadow of a doubt. They possessed the ability to continuously place the outcome in his hands and his legs repeatedly. That was the absolute definitive factor that separated the teams. Furthermore, he avoided the catastrophic mistake in a game where a single error spells defeat. Just ask Jarrett Stidham. Go ahead, ask him. Therefore, this represents a stunning turnaround for the New England Patriots organization. It's incredible. It genuinely is. What I find particularly compelling about narratives like this, featuring Drake Maye, Vrabel, Kraft, and others, is that it serves as a stark indictment of numerous other franchises. This is precisely what I emphasized when the Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl by defeating the Chiefs. I stated, observe the Ravens, observe the Bills, observe the Bengals. For years, I've been subjected to your continual lamentations. Oh, we're a great team. We just cannot get past the Chiefs. Well, what did the Eagles just accomplish? Brock Purdy would have been a Super Bowl MVP if not for... The point is, the Philadelphia Eagles discovered a method. Jalen Hurts earned Super Bowl MVP honors. They dominated the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl. I have no interest in hearing excuses. The Bills, during that identical postseason, were eliminated while surrendering over 30 points. I don't want to hear the justifications. I simply don't. That's what the Eagles demonstrated. That's what they proved. It put an end to the refrain of, oh, so many more quarterbacks and teams would have won a Super Bowl if not for Patrick Mahomes. Well, the Eagles reached the Super Bowl twice during his reign and defeated him once. I don't know what else to tell you. I refuse to entertain, well, Lamar Jackson is a superior quarterback. Oh, well, Josh Allen, and it's like, okay, fantastic. Then construct a superior team. Build a better team. And now, the New England Patriots have effectively picked up the mantle the Eagles laid down. The Eagles toppled the Chiefs and declared, observe, we can construct a roster and win a championship. So can you. The Patriots were an absolute disaster not long ago. They reconstructed their entire organization, new coaching staff, new franchise quarterback, and so forth. Now, they're essentially glancing around the league and stating, all right, everyone else can do it too. I have zero interest in hearing complaints. It is your fault for persisting with the same head coach, year after year after year. It is your fault for exhibiting a refusal to transition at the quarterback position when necessary. It is your fault for failing to understand how to assemble a dominant defense. It is your fault for not knowing how to hire the correct offensive coordinator. The accountability rests with you. Discover a method. Figure it out. I am not interested in excuses. There is no mystical, secret formula that the New England Patriots possess, which is inaccessible to every other team. Consider the discourse surrounding the Patriots, and then consider the general managers for the Eagles, the Rams, the Seahawks. People proclaim, oh, such a genius, a salary cap wizard, brilliant at this and that. Yet, with the Patriots, the commentary often simplifies to, oh, the Patriots simply make sound decisions. They simply make sound decisions, and crucially, they are also willing to alter those decisions when circumstances demand it. They demonstrate a willingness to proactively navigate their situation rather than passively allowing circumstances to dictate their fate. They simply execute moves. And these aren't even wildly aggressive, headline-grabbing swings. It's not, oh my goodness, I can't believe they just allocated $200 million for a star wide receiver. Nothing of the sort. None of that. Instead, they secured the three most critical components a franchise can have: a franchise quarterback, an excellent coach to manage one side of the ball, and an excellent coach to manage the other side. Boom. You have now addressed both offense and defense with elite leadership. You have the head coach, you have the established culture, you have the quarterback. Boom. Everything else organically develops from that foundation. Everything. It's almost humorous when you survey the landscape and observe some of these other organizations. You look around and witness the repetitive, cyclical decisions they make. again and again and again. Many individuals are attempting to frame this as, oh, Drake Maye or Sam Darnold reached a Super Bowl before Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. That completely misses the point. You can attempt to make it about that, but it's a superficial and, frankly, silly perspective. The core issue is that the Patriots are a significantly better operated franchise than those other teams, and they have provided conclusive evidence of that fact. They have proven that sustained success is achieved when you are a well-run organization. That is the inescapable reality. Tom Brady does not win all those championships if he is not supported by a phenomenally run franchise. Tom Brady does not accumulate all those rings if he is performing for the Cleveland Browns throughout his career. It is simply a fact. And frankly, the New England Patriots have just reaffirmed this truth by returning to the Super Bowl so swiftly in their new era. It is simply the reality. The Kansas City Chiefs do not experience all their success and secure all their championships without being a supremely well-run franchise. You must be a well-run franchise. This principle is why the Philadelphia Eagles can architect two entirely distinct Super Bowl caliber rosters with two completely different quarterbacks and coaching staffs and triumph over elite opponents like the New England Patriots and the Kansas City Chiefs. Conversely, poorly managed franchises cannot even advance beyond the divisional round or the conference championship. Let me be unequivocal. This is not luck. This is not a fluke. There is a definitive reason we witness the same teams consistently at the pinnacle of the league year after year after year. And the teams that genuinely surmount the final hurdle and win it all are the ones that are authentically well-run from top to bottom. Consider this. Since Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, and Patrick Mahomes were drafted, the Eagles have appeared in 2 Super Bowls and won both. Meanwhile, the Ravens cannot even escape the AFC Championship game. And now, in the very first year of the Vrabel-Maye era, the Patriots are in the Super Bowl. They are in the Super Bowl. And again, credit is due to the Denver Broncos as well. In year 2 of the Sean Payton and Bo Nix partnership, they reached the AFC Championship game. Obviously, Nix's injury meant he wasn't on the field for that game, but you understand the trajectory. The Patriots stand as the quintessential exemplar of a well-run franchise and the tangible benefits it yields. It is not accidental. It is emphatically not accidental. To me, this reality casts a harsh light on teams like the Atlanta Falcons, the Arizona Cardinals, the Dallas Cowboys, the Washington Commanders, the New York Giants. Essentially, you can name every team except for the Chiefs, the 49ers, the Eagles, the Rams, and a few others. It's like every team aside from perhaps 4 or 5. The message is clear: make decisive moves, take calculated risks, terminate this person, employ that person, move on from that quarterback, make definitive decisions, and continue progressing forward. Stop doubling and tripling down on demonstrably poor choices. It is evident that a quarterback is not sufficiently capable. Move on from him. It is clear that a coach is not an elite strategist and lacks the solutions. Move on from him. The Patriots have proven the model, and it is incredibly gratifying to witness. If you are a genuine fan of football, you should appreciate seeing this, because we all should desire more competently run teams across the league. It is disappointing that we can still tune in on a Sunday and think, this excellent team is playing the Cardinals. Oh, okay, whoop-de-doo. Or, oh, really? We get to watch the Browns play. All right, can't wait for Monday Night Football featuring the Cleveland Browns. Yeah, but now we are privileged to watch 2 excellently managed franchises, the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots, face each other once more on the grandest stage. And this matchup is not accidental. Those are my comprehensive reflections. I would absolutely love to hear your perspectives. What are your thoughts on the New England Patriots and Drake Maye defeating the Denver Broncos in what was, to be completely honest, a pretty wild 10-7 contest? If we're being serious, if we're being forthright, it was a 10-7 game. It was insane for a multitude of reasons. But please, let me know your opinions. I read every single comment. So, whether you agree with me or vehemently disagree, let's get some discussions started. Let's get into some spirited debates, but ultimately, let's just have some fun engaging with this incredible sport. Please consider subscribing. We are cultivating an amazing community here and would absolutely love for you to be a part of it. I aim to build something we all genuinely feel connected to, something we are truly excited to participate in. I believe we are well on our path to achieving that. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It genuinely assists with visibility and the platform's algorithm. Thank you so very much. I'll see you next time.